let's have a look at how we use some of the averages that we've discussed in previous videos. So as mentioned, we have 3 time periods. We have the long-term trend, which for me is in the upper left, the medium-term trend, which is in the bottom left, and the short-term trend, which is in the top right. The bottom right is just a chart which is a replica of the top right hand chart. It's just a place where we can draw some lines so that the top right hand chart doesn't become too confusing. So in each of the time periods, our trend is determined by the 2 long-term moving averages. So here, for example, the 20 period exponential moving average of the close and the 21 period exponential moving average of the open. If the 20 period is above the 21, then we are in buy mode. If it is below, we are in sell. Now it's the same for every time period, and everything else is just a confirmation of that. So here I've marked with little blue arrows and little red arrows, if you can see, when the long-term moving averages change direction. So right now we are in buy mode. The 20 period moving average is above the 21 period moving average, so we are in buy. We now look for confirmation of this, and we go to the trend channel, the 2 short-term period moving averages. And here we had a close above the upper channel here, and until we get a close below it, the channel lines are in buy. And here, we had no close below the lower channel line, so the short-term channel is also in buy. So the long-term trend with our moving averages is in buy, the channel is in buy. And moving on to the RSI, I like to see the RSI above 50. This line here is the 50 level. So as long as the RSI is above 50, this confirms the other 2 trend indicators. If it's below 50, I like to see the other trend indicators also below 50. So right now we have 3 pieces of information telling us that the long-term trend is moving up. We have the long-term moving averages in buy, we have the trend channel in buy, and we have the RSI above 50. So for our analysis, long-term trend is presently up. Medium-term trend, here as we speak right now, the long-term moving averages are in buy, as signified by this little blue arrow. It's a bit choppy, so it's hard to see. But our trend channel is in sell right now, because we recently had a close below the lower trend channel line, and we haven't had a close above it yet. So there's a conflict of information there. MACD right now, although in the shorter time periods we use it more for divergence, it's also nice to see that it's in the same direction. Right now it's about to cross, or looks like it might cross, so that's also confusing. Was previously in buy. So right now for our medium-term trend we have a mixed picture, because our long-term moving averages are in buy, but our trend channel is in sell. MACD, no obvious divergence right now, but does look as though it may cross down. So long-term trend is in buy, medium-term trend is mixed. We have conflicting indicators. Let's move on to the short-term trend. Okay, the 1 hour, the short-term trend. We have our trend indicator, which is in sell right now. We can see that we had a cross here of the long-term moving averages, which tells us the market is down, and our trend channel is presently up, because we had a cross down below the lower trend channel line here. The market came down. We had a close above the trend channel line, so the market is mixed right now. We have our long-term indicator telling us the market is down, and the trend channels telling us the market is up. We also have a conflict here with our, here we have bearish divergence. Let me just squeeze this together a little bit. Here you can see the MACD made a peak at the same time as the market made a peak. Now the MACD came down, made a valley, came back up, made a peak at this point here, but this peak is lower than this peak. Now at the same time the market made a new high, so this high is higher than this high, but with the MACD this peak is lower than this peak, so they're exactly opposite each other. That is bearish divergence. So for the short-term trend we also have a mixed picture. We have the long-term trend, sorry, not the long-term trend, our long-term averages are in sell whilst the channel is in buy, and we have divergence with the MACD, so a mixed picture. So the long-term trend right now is in buy, our medium-term trend is mixed, and our short-term trend is mixed. So if we were trading today, no action would be taken. Just having a quick look at our also the short-term trend, the chart that we draw lines on. We can see here we've had this move here from point A, B, C, A, B, C. So as the market moved up to this point here and came down, we could take a measurement from here to predict where we might find support for this move. And if we did, we would see that we would expect the market to find support somewhere in this level between 0.382 and 0.618, which we are finding right now. So this could be an indication that the market is about to make its next leg up. If we also took a measurement from this point here to this point here, this point here, we would find that would be the 0.382 retracement. So we have 2 points giving support at this area here. Also with this, we can see here the RSI is hovering around is 49.93, so it's almost on the 50 level. It's not clearly above or below the 50 mark, so also slightly mixed. As we go on to our examples, we'll go over this again, but that's just a general overview of how we use the indicators we've discussed so far.